How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Here we are, finally. Long overdue. I should have done this like yesterday, but I mean, it's not long overdue, but it doesn't matter. We're here. We're here to do stuff. We're here to go out and defeat the imposter of our dear protagonist, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And yeah, we are here to finish the third case today. It's from, I'm willing to say that it's from this part of the trial onward that the game becomes really good. Like the games are good. The first game is great. The second game is a little better. I like Justice for All a lot, more than most people actually, but this game just beats the first ones like instantly. There's not even a competition. And yeah, so here we go. I'm a little bit slow today. I woke up a little earlier than usual, and by a little I mean a lot earlier. And yeah, I hope that that doesn't impede on my mental faculties as we unravel the mystery of the case. How's it going, Satan? Thanks for coming in. And yes, time for some objections, of course. Always a good time for objections. So yeah, let's go. I actually can't wait to do the Gato voice again because I really like it. Really like to make it. January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. Oh, sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna move the mic a little closer. Thank you. Alright, there we go. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well, and then ended in a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flush of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt, that was, determination. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Nick. No, it's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Oh boy, it's always a lot of responsibility. Hey, pal! Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out, she doesn't need that! How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Ah, there it is. I was wondering when I'd find this. And OBS is kind of failing a bit with viewer count. Well, not on the layout, it's just on OBS, on Streamlabs OBS itself, so guess I'll have to count on whatever else I can to see how many people are actually watching. Not that I particularly care, I'm just here to have a good time, have a chill stream with you guys. Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up an aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember what this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look one of those aromatherapy bottles. Hopefully he does not find about his weenies. Oh, he'd be destroyed. His soul would just shatter if he found out. Poor guy. But let's not talk about that, shall we? No. This is the small bottle that turned up in Tribulations' kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, right! We found it! We found it in the first day of investigation. I completely forgot. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. You've got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine during in the kitchen? Well then, what a start, huh? What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Well then, it's hard to see Phoenix this determined. January 8th, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 4. And there's the ungodly cool guy with the mask. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Byard. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. I'm confusing voices. You can probably see how slow I am today. I'm confusing the voice of the judge and Gato. Very good. Well, we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo, coffee addict. Ungodly cool guy with a mask to you, sir. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Ah, this is good shit. Thank you, Mr. Gatto. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. That's better. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Oh, here we go. Ah, yes. Ha. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Gatto. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. We've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you will resolve these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Oh, god damn it. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I'm John Armstrong, the owner and the head chef of La Tribulations restaurant. Enchanté. Oh, this is gonna be a long stream. Let me just drink a bit of water. Yeah, this is gonna be a long stream. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Ooh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am la perte and pretty gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Tribulations' kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right. Oh my god, nothing phases this guy. Ah. Wow, he's totally exactly right. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Tribulations. Oui, volontiers. Oh god, here we go. Et Tribulations. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decos that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what la old man was looking at. A cup, la earpiece, and la gasless. He would have seen everything in reverse, no? Oh, okay. Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. Okay then. Suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's start this shit. Oh boy. Eh, très bien. When it all happened, there were only 2 customers. Let's press everything. And who were the 2 customers exactly? Now, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco. Okay. You were experimenting with art deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decorator? What the fuck is that? No, art deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a long haul, right? Oh yes, of course. That deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of La Deco. Having a large mirror between the tables. Also, I'm gonna take this opportunity to mention, tomorrow there won't be a stream. I'll be uploading episode 35 of Danganronpa V3, so I can't exactly stream at the same time. Sorry about that. We'll be back on with streaming on Monday, with some more Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, hopefully the finale. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And on Tuesday, well, I'll explain that later, but on Tuesday I hope to have something very special prepared. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Oh, something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge. Not using the metric system is just for losers. Metric system for life. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. No, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Press harder. If you really... Metric system rules, exactly. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Byard's testimonies. But... Objection. Oh, come on. You didn't ask, Wright. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Tribulations the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Tribulations, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. You want to doubt someone, try to look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. That is what the old man was looking at. Oh, okay. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Objection! Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, right? Even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-notch chick over there? God damn it, Gato, stop being such a savage! And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here, let's go! Yeah, he said it. I can end the stream. I'm pretty sure I can end the stream right now. Well, trite. Not the hair! I do not have a top knot! Gato is correct. The lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Yeah, logic has won that day. God damn it. But Gato just completely destroyed it. He knows too much. Yep, he does. A cup, like earpiece and like glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, non? Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I think I know. But I'm gonna press. I think I know. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse. Oui. Hey Nick, you should take a second, think about what Old City said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand!
I don't remember the voice I gave him. Sorry. If he saw everything he described reflected in the mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Ah. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but... You think Old Sadie saw everything through a reflection? If he did, he would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie! There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper. And there is! There we go, come on. I think I can present the profile? There we go! I knew it! The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement, you see, monsieur. Now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
Order! Order!
Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection!
How bitter. Try, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume. I broke the vase sorry apology I mean, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony. Oh boy, we start already. Hold on, guys. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddler his mind makes it. What's the most striking thing about Mr. Elk? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. That's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. Wait, is this an impression? I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear! I don't care if it was. Well, tried. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Oh, I really thought he was Old City for a minute there. Gato's good. Well, I don't care. I'm not gonna do that voice for him. Enough! I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears. Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at la plans of the restaurant. Alright, let's do this. The mirror. Hello. Is everyone sitting comfortably? The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victim. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. Wait, that contradicts something. Naturally, I did not touch anything else. Oh.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing all the men like this. Don't worry about it. We can't keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. I hate that guy.
I didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteer, of course.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please.
Well, I think I know, but let's press everything again. Dialogue, you know. It was in the middle of the restaurant. All right. So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? We? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Objection!
Sorry, the internet is breaking again. Oh my god. Again, truly sorry about this. Can't do anything about it. Luke's talking, Wright. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But this is my sit in the courtroom! Rabion's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Not like you, Wright. I tell you, Monsieur, I mean, who was that? In the middle of the restaurant. There is only one seat from which you could have seen the image of the victim. Okay. And where would that be? Ooh la la, look how you lean towards me. I would like to know on which side Mr. Armstrong was when he put up the mirror. That's a good point, actually. You always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
I attract the older ones too, you know, and some... Oh god. Shall I tease you too? I'm already seeing a very hot summer, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Oh dang! Maya with the one-liners again. Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen. There was a seat at the table next to the victim. That was where the old man was sitting. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Ah, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at La Plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in La mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would have seen everything, no? That's the seat old City was sitting on that day. When the poisoning happened, the old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Okay, this is just dumb. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I was just checking the performance of the Wi-Fi because it's so dumb. All right, the old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does that seem kind of odd? All right, okay, let's just do this, I guess. Is it this one? Let's see. Objection! Hey, we got it! This piece of evidence contradicts with testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
Prime photo.
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Ah, sounds like you're describing yourself, Wright. Damn, stop!
Now then, the defense will please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in the photo?
It's gotta be the vase, isn't it?
Take that!
I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture.
The vase?
What possible connection does that have with this witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Yeah, the testimony. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Objection.
Don't be an idiot, Wright. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Alright, I think we're back. Sorry about that. I really can't do anything. God, I can't wait for the internet to change. Well, get an upgrade. I really can't wait. I'm really sorry, guys. Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Oh God, I hate that. Don't try to confuse the courts, Wright. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Gatto, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Haha, drink that coffee.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
Right, there was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. What? Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear?
You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Wright, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? Can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. And yes, we're gonna save. No, I want to save. Let me save. Honestly, these internet issues remind me a lot of the early days in which I streamed. I had a lot of these, man. That brings me back. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Oh, but I don't.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony. No. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Clearly, Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Mr. Wright, you're the one who brought up all these contradictions. And if you're trying to tell us the old man just made a mistake, we can wrap up this case right now with a guilty verdict.
How about it, Mr. Wright? Should I just declare your client guilty?
Is that the best you can come up with, Nick? Okay, so it isn't Mr. Kudo. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was the one who made a mistake.
We'll give it one more chance, Mr. Wright. Think carefully before you answer this time.
Yeah, alright. So it's not that. It's either the... There it goes again. Oh wow, it actually disconnected this time. Sorry, again, the internet disconnected. It does that. I guess, I swear to God, I can't do anything. God, I'm so over this, honestly. I'm really sorry about that. I'm actually gonna remove the viewer count, but I'm not sure if that's gonna do anything as well. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I'm just desperate. I just want this to work. Alright, let's do this. So, either the victim was a phony? No, I don't know. The ear doctor made a mistake. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. What is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elk at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elk. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. I love when that happens.
Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom.
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, Hold on, guys. Alright, yeah, I was just opening up Chrome again because I need that information.
What did you say?
Right, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elk and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection.
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The serving girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. It's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
It's so hard to believe, but... There was one, and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo with this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Byard in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, well, you would have known about it, correct?
This is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trevian that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oui. In the restaurant. The victim, Monsieur Helg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember that old man arrived not long after. There were no other customers. When he got the word, when he got word he won the lottery, Monsieur Helg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was no time for a phony to do that, I think.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
Oui.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Oh boy, this is being interesting so far. Okay, he came to my restaurant alone. Was he alone at his table as well? No, oui. I saw him from the kitchen.
Yet the defendant, Miss Byard, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table.
Fortunately for you, Trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Maya, wise? Absolutely. I remember the old man arrived not long after. Alright? My old man, you mean Mr. Victor Kudo? Victor Kudo, correct? Oh, sorry about that.
Oui, he comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more. Well, old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no?
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? Time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur Judge. Everything I do it for you.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? It's so funny. My life is bad. I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Remember, the old man arrived not just after 2. Alright, sorry about that, had to yawn a bit. Is this the same? Are you absolutely sure about the time?
When I think really hard, I am sure it was just after 2. Oui. It is that time I stopped serving my lunch menu.
That's right, I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it in time. I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. What, didn't Rise from the Ashes not teach you that, Phoenix? Oh wait, that case is not canon yet. Never mind, it's only canon after Apollo Justice. Continuing. Oh, would you look at that, it's almost lunchtime already. Witness, get on with your testimony, please. Oh, no other customers. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim.
Objection!
How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Wright? You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Huh? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee if you catch my drift. There's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it! When you got word he won the lottery, Monsieur L became very excited. I mean, I would too. Did you see him?
No, I was in the kitchen.
Hey, how's it going, Huo? Thanks for coming in. You mix the beans randomly, chaotic evil.
No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes! $500,000!
Presumably the defendant heard that too, then, correct?
Aggie? You look like a poor little frightened dove.
And what about Mr. Kudo?
That old man choked on some bud seeds that got stuck in his throat.
It seems we now have yet another incident in our hands.
It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident happened.
Okay. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill.
I'm a multi-talented woman, monsieur.
Sorry? What do you mean?
There is la renowned chef, John Armstrong, and that tragic poet, Clarice Armstrong.
Clarice?
Oui, I was writing a poem. An angry tale of a chef and $500,000 in debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 in the lottery. It is called Pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for la courte.
Please don't! Thanks. Thanks, and have fun.
There was no time for the phony to do la act. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked that old man to call up from that payphone. By your own argument, right? The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man could see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would have completely disappeared.
Indeed.
Yeah, it seems our shadow of doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas?
I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk. His tick is when he deflowers the rose while sweating like a pig. Truly the representation of Japanese fixation with ugly bastards and douches. Oh my god! What did I just read? Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time after all.
If you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
Ah, you mean that's when the phony stages act?
We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony. Okay, this is gonna be hard actually. I have an idea. Wait, let's see. Is it this? The truth hurts. Is it this? Yes! I called it! I thought I was slow today. Deal with it. No! But yeah, I did it. I'm actually on fire today. I've yet to get a single thing wrong in cross-examinations. This is unprecedented. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning number of $500,000 lottery ticket. And hey, golly, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. How are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Hey, that must be la show Monsieur Elg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You said the victim arrived at the restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui. I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving our lunch menu.
That's the point, right? You have one.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. Hey, nice to know. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30.
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier at that point in time. No! The breakdown of this guy is just too funny. This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum? Catching a show that was already over? There is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yet, there were two Glen Elgs in Tribulations that day. That is the most muscular feminine Frenchman. Imagine the spy, but muscular, and you'd have this guy. Well, the spy is not feminine at all, unless he wants to. I am a woman. Oh god, expiration date. Now I have to watch it again. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that was the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection! Right, a performance trait. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this, Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. Oh boy, here goes my internet again. Hold on.
Sergio Mary.
Hold on. Alright, I think we're back. We are back. And how's it going, Husky? Thanks for coming in. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. I was about to type in chat that the stream is reconnecting. No, I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. That was fun.
That was fun again. Well, let's continue. My timing is impeccable. He is the master of time. The phony elk is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elk is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time the real Glen Elk was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Objection!
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Did you have a stroke? The chat is visible on stream. It stopped. Oh god. God damn it. It stopped. It seduced me. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm taking care of this. Hold on. Hold on. That should do it. There it is. There it is. Hey, now it's back. Omae wa mo shindeiru. Oh. Nani? What? After I said nani. But has some serious power. Oh shit, here we go again. .jpeg. Yep. Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. That customer was the phony Glen Elk. Then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Ah! Oh no, here we go.
Prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Wright. Let's hear some facts for once. And yeah, by hearing facts you mean save, quit like a little baby bitch, and then resume. To make sure we don't get this right. Remember guys, saving saves. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? I had a fun game earlier. Got put against someone who was level 100 and my teammates were under level 10. Very fun. Matchmaking! And yet you sentence people to life from suspicion only. Very true, actually. What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear defense theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
It was inside. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. This chick was related to the victim. She killed him. Yep. More fun is earlier. I read two people like a damn book in one match. Hey, that's cool. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trebian. Evidence? In my Phoenix, right? We don't do that here. Time to bullshit. This man walked at the beach for hours before the murder. He killed them. Yep.
Interesting. Well, where could a body have been hidden inside the restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Oh, come on, Internet, don't fail me. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Trebian is... Again, sorry about the Internet, can't do anything about it. Enjoyed the slideshow. The body was hidden here.
I see.
Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where is that evidence? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? This! Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? I could hide the body, or I could use the warp staff. No. I have never seen that ugly bottle in my life. I will use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trebian. Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. Hold on, I need to turn off the AC. It's freezing. Alright, back. But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
Your Honor, no. The Celsius Boyo. Never happy with the sea. Nope. It's either too hot or too cold. Can't be bothered to be in the middle.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? Same turn ambush spawns. No! That Mr. Elk visited an auto... Oh. You can't be serious. The defense have the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Spit that coffee, Gato. Glenn Elk's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Isn't that what ambush spawns are? Also, fuck you, maniac mode. No! Otolaryngologist. Alright. I know how to say it in my language, but goddammit is it hard in others. Mon Dieu. Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Byard. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No.
Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elk?
Never. I could not do such a horrible thing.
No. He's going Super Saiyan. Mr. Gato.
The bitterness. Hey, second time today. Ambush spawns are annoying, but ambush spawns at the end of the player phase are way worse, so yes. So you wanted to move Violet there? Fuck you. Oops. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Coffee, chug, chug, chug. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend? Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Oof. Wait a minute, that's not French. Por favor. I can't read it in my language. It sounds better in my language. This is bullshit. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. Oh, the judge with the fat knowledge bomb. Let's go. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? No, no, no. Absolutely no. Nice. Smooth. Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps?
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Gato's coffee mug awaits you.
It's fair.
As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear. What do they always say in movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Alrighty then, let's see. The confession. It is true, I ate the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with it because but I did not kill him, I swear. I must not. Oh god, my controller. Oops, sorry. Don't use English, scrubs. Oh no, finish. Oh no, the languages.
You were forced by who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was another man. Ah, there it is. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. Thanos forced him, as it vanished most of the conversation.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer.
Let's do this. It is true I hid the body in the kitchen. Did you carry the body by yourself?
Me, I carried him. I carried Maggie too.
Maggie too?
When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted.
And now Wright gets blamed. No, this isn't... Oh my god, wow, that was awful. Get out of here.
I could not leave her there.
Why did you hide the bodies? A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. What man? Who was he?
No, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
He's really scared.
You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. If you won't tell me, I'll tell him. Oh god, stop! That's enough! Get the Flammenwerfer! But why would you go along with this man?
I had to go along with him because... I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I couldn't refuse.
And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes?
Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Alright, let's just finish this guy's poor statement. The puns will serve. I hate you. Objection! There it is. Danka. Sound of flames. Oh no, everything's dead. Speaking of everything's dead, I bet you guys won't believe what I've been doing in the past few days whenever I can. And whenever, because I can't record Chrono Trigger, I have been actually grinding Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And I gotta say, I've been having a little too much fun with the late game, because Sora just destroys everything. Homicide. No, I mean, similar, but no. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui, je suis désolé. I was weak and I borrowed la money.
This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Furio Tigre. $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, La Tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous.
Ah, there we go. My internet is going down again. Enjoy the slideshow, guys, while it lasts. $500,000. Oh, God. Stop! Please! This is not the place.
Another in question. He was meeting la victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happens like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. Taken down by the flames, daft punk. I carried la body and la unconscious Maggie out of la dining area. And into the kitchen, and after that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. This is the place, right, fellas? No, it isn't. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison in the lottery ticket were recovered from the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Gatto, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
Who do you think I am, fucker? 30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. Oh God!
How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, Wright. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial can still go either way.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Gatto. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Gatto is so badass that he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything. He just says, I'm gonna get this guy on the stand. Anyways, let's continue. I want to finish this trial today. Who are you talking about, and why am I scared of that possibility? January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Why don't I like it? Who's him? Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. Gatto picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. Oh, okay. You think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Oh, God. Detective Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Who are you talking about? Your hair's standing on the end. Hey, that's the pot calling the cattle back, Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot! Stop it! Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do! I kinda get one that. No kidding. Gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything! What cringe? What is happening? No! Stop! Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the print section. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? Rude. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. Oh, okay. That's fair. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Take that! If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solved the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. That's not fair. Oh god. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too. Oh god, Barney! Barney the dinosaur, no! Stop! Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away! Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Cringe detective. Oh god. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. I can't stop laughing while reading the chat! This is supposed to be taken seriously. Oh no. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Let's do this, Maya. January 8th, 1:56 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Sorry about that, I was just opening the window. Let's go. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Gatto, did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. This guy is, yeah, you just can't reach him. You might be cool, but you will never be Gatto cool. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Oh gods! Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Let's do this. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the... Don't
hide under the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there too.
Would you mind? What'd you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I'll be honest. Cyclops laser coffee fuel. Yep. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in a judge? A whole fucking tank.
I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was the judge.
Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Oh my god, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What'd you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. Hey! Third time! And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool. Same. Honestly, I don't care if I hated the guy. I just think the same. Too cool, man. You can't get on Gato's level. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta finish this. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I know nothing about no incident, masked boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Byard?
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Kalashnikov. Jeez, vanillized. Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please help. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Phoenix Wright.
You're the one who set this up, didn't you? You're gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick! Says the girl who's hidden under the table. The tiger's alibi.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tender Lender every single day. You still want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. At last I found my van. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, what is it, please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that?
A threat in the courtroom? This guy's either dumb or has... No, you'll see. This guy basically controls the courtroom at this point. Oh god, my controller. Just listen to this. Just listen. It's stuck.
I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. A lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details until he wins.
Honestly, as much as I hate for you, Tigre, he's not inaccurate. Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000. It's you and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And you don't think you're gonna hurt when you get tangled with the tiger.
Ah, I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not...
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of, big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick! Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? Well, thank you, but I have the evidence I need, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in the office.
Woo! Spent all my time in the office. Glance calendar on December. Oh wait, look. This evidence clearly reveals that I'm stupid and should have pressed that first. I'm just one step ahead. They aren't they? No, you're gonna die now. Thank you. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. So I have to press this, right? I'm actually gonna save. Don't mind me. Just being a scaredy cat, a scaredy cat, a scaredy cat that doesn't want to commit any errors and die. I can't press everything now, you know that. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? No, fuck. I've seen that video way too many times. She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. Seems like a rather sketchy schedule. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Press harder. Mr. Tigre, what do you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remembered the rules. No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. Alright, great. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Okay, stop! Stop! Stop. 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 That is not Stronks. That is not Stonks. Maybe you ain't listening. I clearly need heavier weapons. Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I never seen that young kid before. I don't believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Gatto, if you could please... Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. What he was talking about, I was in the office too. Never saw that kid before. There we go. There we go. Now I can do this. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenelg. Oh god. For fuck's sake. I hate it. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenelg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. Dated December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. Okay, whoa. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenelg, because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad, he was actually not bad. Odin is with us. I can't say that because I'm from Southern Europe. But you guys can say it because you're from Central and Northern Europe, so go wild. Call Odin. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you are. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Better men tried. Oh, who are you talking about, just out of curiosity? Witness? Please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You're calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing? So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that that's the truth. Ah. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. Put on your goddamn vest. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? You never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed... Phoenix? Phrasing! That's the second time this case. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn out. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tenderlander. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. Yeah, true. I just mostly said because, at one point... Well, history stuff. It's complicated. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I never even been to that Tribulations joint. You usually hear? Oh, look. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I'm gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Alrighty, let's go. I'm no liar, never met Glen Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tenderlander. I waited around for him, but he never showed. And never even been to that Tribulations joint. Use here? I don't know. I'm tired today. I'm tired today, alright? Shut up. Just saying stuff. After this, I'm gonna study the history of the Balkans. So, alright. Never? Not even once? Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee, capiche?
You think he really didn't meet Glen Elk?
Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing.
So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie?
Of course. But we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leak then. Host curse. Don't! No, golly, that wasn't what I meant! Oh, okay. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. It's a lie! Oh no. That just reminded me I'm gonna have to do the top 10 for V3 eventually. A bucket. Dear God. There's more. No! Rest in peace, Rick May. Got to nail him while Why didn't I read this sooner? I could have skipped it. Alright, is it this? The owner of the loan is Tenderlander. Oh look, I'm gonna die! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. You suck. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Then perish. Oh god. Shut up! Why are you being like this? Alright, we're not doing too hot here, folks, but we can do this, I know it. He didn't show up. Ah, what do you think, Wright? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office? And you yourself didn't go to Tribulations. What are you trying to pin on me here? I think I should keep my end of the deal. Oh, don't yet. It's not worth it. Live a little. Don't be. No, I am. Why don't you just come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. No need. I'm good, thanks. Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this. I've never been to that Tribulations joint. What can I say? Oh wait a minute. God, I'm dumb. Mr. Tigre, there is something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? My chat is just unbelievably cursed right now. What can I say except you're welcome? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been snooping around in my stuff too, now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no bro controlling me.
Order, order, well witness. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. For the wonderful world, you know. There's no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. Oh, wait, that's part of the lyrics, I'm stupid.
I ain't no pussycat, I don't go back on what I said.
But okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Oh well. It's like an order just came in for another testimony. And this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn out that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. It must have. Alright.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop's sirens on my way out and went straight back to my office.
Interesting.
I see. You didn't actually meet up with him in the end, then? Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Gatto takes 17 cups per case? Per trial, I think? Golly, enlighten me. Is it 17 or 16?
I put poison in his mutton.
Ah, no problem. Anytime Trike presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Soldado, that's my job.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. 17. Alright, thanks. So do it.
Yes, sir.
Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know, since you's paying.
Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Build a court. Trust nobody. Not even yourself. Supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. Heard the cop sirens on my way out. Alright. Thanks. Alright. Only on Nintendo DS. So the meeting place wasn't due to take place at Tenderlander at all then.
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. But it's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag I've ever seen, if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Tribulations?
Objection!
Ah, we're going over old ground again, Wright. Sorry. Oh no, you just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down.
You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like.
Okay, yeah. Feel free to screenshot that one. I ain't even mad. That's beautiful. I'm still getting used to this new water bottle and this new mic. That's extremely geeky. Yeah, just feel free to screenshot that thing. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Whoa, hold on. All right, yeah, I really need to save now because 2 more penalties and I'm dead. That sucks. This episode is just suck the penalty. The guy was laid over the table, stiff as concrete. Oh, wait a minute, this is important. You went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What are you trying to say? You trying to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing?
We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this. The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it?
Seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning. I must impose a penalty accordingly. Thanks. How about a penalty for those two jokers in the garbage they keep coming up with? Ronick, what do you think? He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. That's just clearly hacker cats. Oh god, we have one more penalty, guys. I've got to come right back at him with a contradiction. Right back at ya! Be careful when you press him on though, or do you get penalized, okay? Alright, let's go. An ugly scene? What do you mean?
Objection!
The witness has already told us, right? Which makes that question irrelevant. But... oh god, I'm dead. I actually got a game over. I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during a trial. That's the rule. You better limit the numbers of times you take a penalty, right? You know what? I'm not gonna give this satisfaction to, I'm not gonna give this game the satisfaction. Yes, I just cheated, because cheating is alright. Approved. So, it's not that. It's not that. You thought I was gonna die, didn't you? Hold on. So there are only 2 more. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? The tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. Yep, coward. That is me. Cheating is alright. I mean, you guys are gonna see that line is... okay, hold on. Satan, you guys are gonna see that line is actually true in Apologistus. Just saying. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation. You couldn't be concrete yet. Okay. I don't think that's it. Cheating is cringe. Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to see the game over screen. And you have posted cringe. So when exactly did you pick up matches? These are matches just inside the front door. Her detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking $5 home. Try to think a bit. I know. Poor Gumshoe, it's almost enough to make a man cry. Alright, so it has to be this one. You mean you saw Glenn Elg's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my balls with some thick and hempecker. Out of interest, Mr. Tigray, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What do you think? Square watches. Oh no, I'm gonna lose subscriber. Oh no. Is this guy for real? Look, all I needed to know is that something bad was going down in that place. I've already pressed everything! He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. I've got to come right back at him with a contradiction. Be careful when you press him on though, or you'll get a penalty. You get a penalty, yeah. But we don't... Okay, we've pressed everything. Do I need to press again? I don't remember. I don't remember this part. Anyone has any ideas? Anyone, any ideas, my boys? Yeah, that video is awesome. Man, I'm stuck. I can't believe it. We were going so well. Well, most of it. As you can see, the penalty bar isn't exactly full. Suck down the penalty? Oh well, thanks, Golly. Very appreciated. I seriously don't know. How can you leave immediately when it was already stated that 3 people were in the restaurant? Right.
But how can I prove that? I really don't know, actually. Oh god, dang it. Am I really stuck at this? I don't know. I'm stuck. I might actually have to see a guide after because of this. Ah, that sucks. I was counting on getting through this without watching anything. Well, that really sucks. That really sucks. Hold on, guys. You tried it. Disappointed? Well, I was thinking about something, and what it says, it actually makes sense. But yeah, if we, I think the first time I played this, I actually got stuck here too, because it made just no sense at all until I realized it. Not this, yeah, there's a partition between the door and the table, so, that's impossible. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, a witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Alright, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Trebian, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elk, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed that the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You'd say the killer murdered a Glenn Elk and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Mr. Kudo? Well, in that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. It's this guy! Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
Or what? Well, witness!
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts?
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre.
It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. God damn it.
Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone.
Ah, perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Gato!
let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no, didn't see just the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
Serving girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
It's a reenacting!
Come on! Very impressive, Mr. Gatto. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack? Damn, Phoenix got some bars. Ah. Found your pen at last, Wright. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenelg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright?
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, oh, somebody here already figured it out, then surely it's possible that the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Byard, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
It was Viola Cadavarini.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadavarini. She's an employee of Tinderlander.
You're making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick!
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Byard, has stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh.
Oh? There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Byard seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Frio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, was you.
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
He was alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You've got it all wrapped up nice, huh, Wright? But you've missed out one real important thing.
But that can't be!
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you see? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Ah, what a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Taibian between yourself and the victim?
Let's do this. The final testimony of the case, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I loaned out cash, about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up.
On me.
I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. You got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Al was $50,000? Yeah, well, you got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Mark. Stop! Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. Motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Come on, Phoenix, think! We found one yesterday! Well, last week, when I played this. I loaned out cash, about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat, the kid had... Yeah, anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. Have $1,000,000. Really? Yeah, I remember this, but I don't... The debt, yeah, the debt he had. Well, yeah, this thing. A $1 million bill. And this was, yeah. Can I even press statements here? Or is the penalty rule still in effect, or am I clear? Let's try it. So how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day? But just think, the whole package, $100,000, no including interest. That's a real heavyweight punch. Once a client misses the repayment, you'd call the whole loan in. You wanna make it in my world, that's all you gotta know. And how many times had Mr. Alvin late with his repayments? Once. Why would he reenact the crime in the first place? Well, to have someone to pin this on, because his real goal wasn't the money from the kid. How much was he supposed to pay back every month? $50. Alright, Mr. Alvin was really in a real sticky spot. Yeah, $50 a month, he'd never pay that huge loan off. Well, anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay back up. How much did he have left on his debt? You want it in round figures? About $100,000. That's the whole amount! We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. What? You were telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee? He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Alf. That guy was smooth, I tell you, real smooth. We'll have your money in less than 5 minutes, that's what he says to me. The guy then calls me the tender tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me. I'm about to flatten the guy when he started screaming. He got lucky. Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. There was no one there. I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadavarini were all there at the time. So the victim man intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning? Seemed that way to me. Well, you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you? Ah, the undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler. He makes it sound so cool. Don't be tempted, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it. All I know is the kid took a shot and got lucky in the end. That waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. The waitress? You mean... the girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little on this. Ask about how things would be. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash! I was there to get my $100,000 back, that's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. The tiger's motive, huh? It was, I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. Is that so? Is that so, mister? Because I'm pretty sure I know. I'm just making sure I know. Oh look! YouTube just notified me. I think it's this, but I can't be sure. The bill, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's this. I'm pretty sure. Okay, No, it can't be this. Because this would be a motive to kill, but it wouldn't explain how it would be the motive to kill. This would. A computer virus made by Glenn L, potentially worth millions of dollars. This would be. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. L owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. So basically, yeah, that was it. Sorry about this. Just making sure everything's going fine on YouTube. Unfortunately for Mr. L, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after.
Objection!
No, sometimes it happens to me too. What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is an important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn L got no way to repay the money is crucial. Yeah, same. I mean, I just remembered because, oh right, he would be after more money. Glenn L was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. L put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get the hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he's by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million? I know, and I can't save. Please be this. Thank God. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. I need to save. I'm so close to dying. Like, legit close to dying. Thank you. And now the bill, exactly. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery.
Where did you get all this info?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
Damn, Judd out here spitting facts. Ah, no one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. Oh no, the internet went down. Sorry. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. Because his very life depended on it.
Order! 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 You say his life depended on Mr. Wright.
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire that $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glenn Elgad had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer that to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. L won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. Sip, sip, sip that poison into the coffee. So he resorted to illegitimate means. Ooh, sorry about that. Just knocked over my mic. Very intelligent of me. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elk and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Byard for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elk, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Byard. And they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Like I said, Wright, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the shift could have been kept out of it. But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Gatto? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Uh-oh.
Order, order! Silence or I will clear the court.
You was to put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You was saying I dressed up like that kid created the witness and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. What? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Byard had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright.
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? Oh, right. Right, that makes sense. I was just thinking, what could it be? But no, then I was like, yeah, right. The paper badge. He faked being Phoenix, right? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused?
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's
the truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I'd ever seen. Ugh.
Gotcha.
Objection!
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Hey, forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir? This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives.
Your daughter was right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as a judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No!
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far! You say he impersonated Glenn Elk, you say he impersonated you, but none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Well then, we are in the bind. Ah! There it is. Water is good for you. Stay hydrated.
Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get mauled. You got that?
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ah. It's like I won't be needing a refill. I just have one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. There he comes. I was waiting. Your Honor, sir. Wait!
Detective!
Detective Gumshoe! Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works! So here it is. My heart's counting on this, too!
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? Yep. It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? Alright, the boy! The MVP! January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle. Oh, so? Do you know who the prints belong to now? You think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it. You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paws prints, all right. That's great. Now we've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? Well, what we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger who poisoned Glen Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it. Hey, great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it, and I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there were some way I could use it. Who said there isn't? I remember this part of the trial like butter. Well, not the whole thing, but I remember it. Don't worry. Let's go. January 8th, 3:04 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Wright. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court. Can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
And so we shall. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What? What, Mr. Wright? What conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should be theoretically in the dark.
My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle, is that what you said? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Phony! It's false, it's fake! Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide, the poison. This is the bottle containing the potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You'd make a good clown, you know that?
What?
You ain't never gonna get this to stick. You's just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
Can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown. It was made of glass.
Slow claps, ladies and gentlemen. Slow claps. Phoenix bluffed his way out of this one.
That cheap piece of trash. Done look nothing like it.
Exactly, that's the point. We just won. With this, we just won. Got him. At last.
What? Why's everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle.
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find any prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games.
Tell
him, Godo. Tell that guy where to go.
Still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now you slipped in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. Watch out, guys. Quick warning, this breakdown contains epilepsy warning, so just gonna give you a few seconds to close the stream for a bit, like give it 2 minutes or something like that. If you have any epilepsy problems, just please don't come in. Seriously.
You don't know who you're messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumpsuit get the better of me?
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. Well, that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. There we go. There we go. Oh, he oh my god.
What's going on?
It looks like a blackout. Oh hey, that's pretty cool. Well done, Wright. He threw coffee, didn't he? I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Yep, there it is. Savor it. While you watch your caged prey.
Right? You got a tiger by his toe. If this one hollers, he won't be let go. The prosecution will be sure to take care of Mr. Tigre, won't you, Mr. Gatto?
He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn L, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Meyer was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was. In the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue.
Audio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Got it. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. The court finds the defendant Maggie Byard not guilty. Yay! We won! 2 hours later. That is all. The court is adjourned. January 8th, 4:10 p.m. This record, defendant lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Detective Gumshoe. I was about to say that, actually. Oh, I guess I'll be heading out then. See you around, pal. Wait!
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
Man, these two appear together in Miles Edgeworth investigation. It's just the cutest thing. I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective! He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even any use.
Wow.
But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Didn't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should have helped Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this.
I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. I can't believe it. Gumshoe's lunchbox.
Take that!
Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies. You know?
Feel free to screenshot this again, giving you 30 seconds to do so. And time's up. Poor Maya, she's also hungry.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
Is it okay if I eat this now?
That's actually wholesome as fuck. Yep.
No, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
That's actually wholesome as fuck. I love it. Please more, thanks. Although we won't get to be seeing a lot. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. I love this song a little too much. Ace Attorney OST is always so good. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. The end. Finally, we're out of this and a brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Beginnings. Oh, get ready for that one. That one is gonna hurt a lot. My soul, it hurts. Just thinking about that hurts a lot. So yeah, that was it. It shall be remembered as the weenie case. So yeah, Turnabout Beginnings. So, alright, so this is the end of the stream, obviously, but before I go, I need to talk to you guys about what's happening in the following days. So tomorrow, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I won't stream tomorrow. Because episode 35 of Danganronpa V3 is gonna go up tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And That'll leave only episode 36 to upload, which is a doozy. Get ready for the finale. If you guys have been following the Let's Play, you guys are gonna fucking enjoy my reactions to it. It's insane. That's all there is to it. It's fucking insane. But yeah, on the weekend I don't stream on, obviously, because, well, it's not practical for me to stream on weekends. On Monday, we will probably finish Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm actually having fun with the game now that I've unlocked some of the more OP stuff. On Tuesday, however, we should start... Yes, I know all about the Danganronpa. Absolutely brilliant. On Tuesday should be our first ever Twitch stream, so be sure to check it out, guys. It'd mean a lot to me if you guys would go there, give your support if you could, and you know, just give a follow. We need. I would really appreciate it. I would thank you a lot, probably. Anyways, yeah, that'll be all. Next week is gonna be interesting because if my calculations are correct, I should finish Danganronpa V3's Let's Play this weekend. Which means, thank God, I'll be finally able to tackle... I have not yet. I have linked on the past on yesterday's stream. So if you want to go there to give a follow, check it out. It's there. But yeah, as I was saying, I should finish V3 this weekend, which means I can finally tackle the extra modes on stream, and it's gonna be epic, and I can't wait because fucking hell, that has been nagging me. I want to see my babies alive. That is all. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this stream, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future uploads or streams like this one, hit the little bell. You know what to do. Also, if you, for some reason, want to join my Discord server, link is in the description below. Guys, until next time. Peace.